What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about social media branding and just brand awareness in general. Now, judging by all the comments I've been getting, there's a lot of people struggling with this same exact thing. How should they promote their t-shirts? What should their social media look like? How do I get people to shop at my store? How do I drive traffic from my social media platforms to my online store? What kind of camera do I need to take product shots? Where can I find models? What are some certain backgrounds that I should be putting in my product pictures? All of these great questions. All of these great concerns. But I feel like some people put too much pressure on themselves when it comes to this. You gotta remember, social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever you're using, any type of social media, when it comes to your brand and business, should be injected with your brand or business's DNA across all those platforms. What does that even mean? When it comes to brand awareness, branding, and stuff like that, social media is basically the window for people to look at your products before they shop with you. This is your advertising, this is your marketing, this is where your commercials play, this is where your advertisements live. All of that stuff is visually for your customer to see your products. What a lot of people forget to do is use social media to tell your brand story, tell your business's story. This is an easy way for you to get your mission statement about your brand, about your business across to the customer. Posting pictures, videos, text, captions, all of that stuff plays a big role in helping the customer understand what your brand's all about, what your business is all about. Now, I know there's two different groups of people that watch my videos. There's the people that run their own clothing brand, and then there's the people that do custom stuff. They're making custom t-shirts. That's their business, right? They're doing mugs, they're doing t-shirts, they're doing custom work. So you have the brand owner who's running their own clothing brand, and then you have the people that are running a custom garment business. These are two different things, but you can use social media the same exact way by telling your brand or your business's story through social media. Now, first things first, let's talk about creating the content. A lot of people get hung up on, I need the best camera, I need to go out and buy a DSLR, or I need the new mirrorless camera, I need something with a badass lens, I need to be shooting everything in 5K, 6K, 8K, whatever it is. It's not the case. I mean, quality is pretty good, but you gotta remember, we all have cell phones in our pocket. All of our cell phones shoot high definition video, shoot really, really good photos. Use that to your advantage. You can create content all day long with your cell phone. All it takes is a little bit of thought process behind creating the content, right? What you want the thing to look like. So, for example, here's my cell phone right here. This is iPhone 12. Here's my camera. Let's say I wanted to sell this camera right here that I'm filming on. Now, I could post something like this, and it's just a standard picture of the camera that I'm recording on. Now, nothing wrong with that. It's cool, showing the camera, and it's just exactly what the people want to see. But with the same phone, I could just change up the angle a little bit and show a different side, different perspective of the actual camera. So now, this same static shot right here, same exact camera, looks a lot different because it's just a little bit closer, right? That's all I'm doing. Same product, shot 3 different ways. That's all it is. Now remember, that's 3 pieces of content right there that you could upload already. Do you have to upload all 3 at the same exact time? No. But now I'm shooting photos of one thing 3 different ways. That's 3 pieces of content that you could put up. 3 different product shots you could put up. See what I'm saying? So a lot of people put so much pressure on themselves because they think, all right, I'm gonna take a picture of this t-shirt right here. Flat, laying on the ground. Boom, that's done. Now what do I do? But since you took that picture flat, laying on the ground, take one wide, far away, take one really close onto the design, get really close onto the fibers of the cotton, shit like that. All you have to do is, it's the same exact t-shirt laying on the same exact ground. Think of different ways to shoot that thing. Very, very easy to do. Same thing goes with video. Far away video, close video. Same exact content, same exact subject that you're shooting, 2 different perspectives. You know what I mean? So like I said, don't put too much pressure on yourself when it comes to this. You don't need to go out and buy a fancy camera. You don't need to go out and spend all this money on all this gear, because our cell phones do a great job at all of that. You could even edit the photos and do all kind of stuff in your phone, upload it straight to any type of social media, upload it straight to your store, and you're good to go. Now let's just talk about your brand's aesthetic, right? The way the page looks. This is a huge thing. If you're going to use a filter on any of your photos, make sure you use that filter throughout every single photo. So that way everything looks the same. That way the branding stays on brand all the way through. Because you got to remember, what the customer sees on your Instagram is gonna make the decision on their side whether they click through to the link in your bio and shop with you. Think of it like this, like let's say you're cruising on Instagram or TikTok, right? And then you've seen some chick that's posting up a lot of thirst trap type pictures, right? But everything is on brand. Maybe she's using the same pink filter on every single picture and video that she's doing. All the pictures are in focus, they look sharp, they look very clean. She's posting pictures of herself in nice lingerie or bathing suits or whatever it is. So her Instagram or TikTok looks polished up, clean. So you know that her OnlyFans account that's in her bio is gonna have the same type of content. Maybe the subject matter is gonna be a lot different, but at least you know the quality of the images and the videos are gonna be up to the same standard as her social media, or if not better. But let's say same exact day, you're still cruising Instagram and TikTok and you see a chick posting thirst trap photos, but the pictures are blurry, or the lingerie she's wearing is dingy and it looks crazy, or some pictures have a filter, some don't. Some pictures might be of her eating Doritos, and then some of the other pictures might be her in lingerie sitting on a bed. And then let's say the bed looks all crazy. Maybe it's just sitting on the floor. It ain't even on a frame or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So now you have a better idea that her OnlyFans link might not have the best quality of images and stuff like that for you to subscribe to her, right? That's just how it works. It's like you're looking at something and then you're like, all right, let me see what else this person has to offer. But if the presentation from the jump doesn't suck you in and it doesn't catch your attention, chances are you're not going to click through to the link in the bio, because you're like, oh man, it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse to see somebody posting pictures that are blurry, out of focus, and look like it's just thrown together really fast, and now they're offering some kind of OnlyFans thing, and you're like, the quality of the regular Instagram photos looks like shit, so I would imagine that the OnlyFans stuff looks like shit. Or maybe you might be into that, who knows? But I'm just saying, take those same principles that these chicks are using for OnlyFans and use it for your brand or your business. It doesn't have to be thirst trap photos, but it has to be clean, sharp, in focus photos or video to show off your products. That's what you're doing, right? You want to be able to show off your products in the best light possible. Now let's talk about mock-ups, let's talk about using models, let's talk about photo shoots and all that stuff. Same exact thing. You can use your cell phone for all of this stuff. You use your cell phone to do photo shoots with. You can use your cell phone to take pictures of stuff. You could even use your cell phone for mock-ups and stuff. There's apps and all kind of stuff for that kind of thing too. You know what I mean? If you're looking for mock-ups, you could check out Sakitos.com. The homie Odyssey Rock has some dope mock-ups for cheap as shit. Link is in the bio if you wanted to check it out. He got design templates on there. He also has mock-ups for different types of shirts, Bella canvas, heavyweight stuff. Like I said, price good, really dope, clean cut shit. Everything that you're looking for. Take the t-shirt mock-up, overlay your design on there in Photoshop or Illustrator, upload it, you're good to go. Or if you wanted to use models, right? A lot of people think, oh man, I gotta find models. If you got brothers, sisters, homies, friends, girlfriends, wives, whatever it is, use them. Throw a t-shirt on them. Go out, take some pictures. Every single picture does not have to be the alley shot with the graffiti in the background, make your brand look street and whatever it is. Every shot doesn't have to be that. Some shots could just be the person wearing it. Background could be blown out and it could just be the person wearing the shirt. You don't even got to shoot their head. Sometimes you could just shoot from the neck down, somebody wearing the shirt. But remember, when you're doing this, you want everything to be cohesive. You want everything to look the same. So if you're going to put a filter on those photos or edit those photos a certain way, color grade them the same. Plays a big role in that, because the aesthetic of the page and the cohesiveness of the page plays a big role in your personal brand or the branding of your business. So for example, here's this page, chick named Lauren Conrad. She does lifestyle stuff. All her pictures are color graded the same. Everything looks exactly the same. See that? Everything's color graded the same. Everything visually looks exactly the same. Different content, different subject matter, but everything basically looks the same. Easy way to accomplish that same exact look, just using the same filter on every single photo. That's all it is. If you're gonna put a photo up and you're gonna use a filter, use that filter for everything. That way everything starts to look the same. This is how you're telling your brand story. Who remembers when I was running the Churro Squad? Here's the Churro Squad Instagram page. Everything has to do with churros and my product, right? People wearing my shirt, product photo, people eating churros, people wearing my shirt, all the way through. Churros, shirt, churros, churros. Disneyland churros, People at Disneyland eating churros. People wearing the shirt at Disneyland eating churros. Same exact thing all the way down. The content is exactly about the churro squad. See that? People eating churros. People at Disneyland. People wearing the shirt at Disneyland. Pictures of Disneyland. Pictures of churros. Pictures of products. Pictures of Disneyland churros. People eating it. All of that stuff. This is how I ran the churro brand. This is how I run every single brand that I do. Tell your brand story through social media. Make sure everything is on brand. Make sure your photos and your pictures and everything is in focus and sharp. Use your cell phone. Create the content for your page. Stockpile the content. Then that way you're not rushing around trying to find pictures to use. Pick one day out of the week. Shoot 20, 30, 40 pieces of content. You're good for the month. You see how that works? Easy call. Do not put a lot of pressure on yourself. Use social media to your advantage. I say this all the time. Social media, Instagram, is the window to your store. If your storefront was in the mall, what they see in the window is going to drive them into your store or not. So your window display is your post on Instagram, right? People scrolling, window shopping, say, oh shit, look at these shirts. Look at this. This looks cool. Them clicking the link in your bio is like them walking into your store. So now they entered the store. Now the link in your bio should take them directly to your store, to the products or whatever it is, so they can see prices, they can see sizing, they can see what you have to offer, because now they are inside your store. Once they click add to cart and they check out, that's them at the register paying for the stuff. Treat your social media and your online store like an actual storefront, because if your window displays look like shit, people are not going to come into your store and check your stuff out. So remember, your window display is your social media. That's how you're getting the people to look at your products. To get them to enter your store, come inside and shop with you, is them clicking the link in the bio. But if you're just trying to get people that are walking by window shopping, you have to entice them through your window displays, through your Instagram posts and all that shit. See what I'm saying? Hopefully this helps somebody out. So remember, you don't have to invest into a camera to create content. Use your cell phone. We all got decent cameras on our cell phone. Most cell phones now record in 4K. Do you need 4K? No, because people are consuming the content from their phone anyway, so 1080 works perfectly fine. Take some nice crispy images from your cell phone, edit them in your cell phone. You could get apps for that kind of stuff, or you could just use the editing tools built into the phone and the camera. And remember, tell your brand story, tell your business's story through social media. Like I showed you with the churro page. If my mission statement is all about Disneyland churros, me telling the story of my business is basically showing them, hey, I go to Disneyland, I eat these churros. Who's with me? Who else does that? If you're one of these people, give me a like. If you're one of these people, let me know in the comments. Engaging with the customer, engaging with the people that you want to buy from you is the hugest part of this whole thing. Getting people to look is one thing. Now engaging with them, building relationships with them, that's all on you. See how that works? Now some of you guys might be like, man, that's like a really niche thing because you're talking churros and you're showing churros, but what if I just run a streetwear brand? How do I do that? Well, check this out. The Dreamers Collective, he's a streetwear brand. All of his images look exactly the same. Everything. Product shots, models. See that? Boom. Product shots, models. Showing streetwear. Showing everything is cohesive with this whole page. Aesthetic looks the same. Everything looks the same. Product shots. If you wanted to check his stuff out, go to TDC_LA. But this is a streetwear brand, posting product shots, telling the brand story through Instagram posts. Like I said, it works for everybody. Do you have to have some crazy advertising and marketing budget to do this? No. Like I said, use your cell phone, take some pictures, take some video, and inject your social media with your brand and business's DNA. It could be as simple as your logo being turquoise. You can color grade all of your stuff with a turquoise filter. It could be as simple as that. If you ever notice, when my logo, my little Big Brando logo used to be brown, all of the text, everything I did also was brown. Now my logo is gray. All of the text, all my thumbnails and stuff like that is white and gray text. Anytime I post on an Instagram story, the text is always white and gray. My logo, white and gray. Small little stuff like that plays a big role in your social media branding and stuff like that. It's like McDonald's. McDonald's, everybody knows, is red and yellow. If out of nowhere McDonald's started offering like purple fry boxes or purple Happy Meal boxes, or changed it up and then all of a sudden it's like a blue wrapper for your Big Mac or whatever it is, then that's off brand, and then you'll be like, man, because right now everybody knows red and yellow, McDonald's. Easy call. Incorporate the same stuff into your brands and businesses. If you're running a custom business, that's all you have to do is keep posting all the products that you're using and offering, right? If you do mugs, any mug that you do, shoot that thing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Now you have content to keep uploading to show that you make mugs. If you make custom t-shirts, take 10 pictures of that one t-shirt, different angles, different ways to show this is what I do. This is how I do it. Everything doesn't have to be a video of your sublimation printer printing stuff out and then you doing it. That's cool to show how you're working, but also you want to be able to sell your product. Show what you're doing. Use your cell phone. Take pictures of everything that you're working on and upload it. Pick different backgrounds. Make sure everything is on brand and cohesive with what you're doing. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Creating content seems overwhelming, but if you schedule yourself to do it and stockpile shit, man, it's an easy call. All right, like I said, hopefully this helps somebody out. If you got any questions, make sure you leave it in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.